Go.
Hello, and welcome to my TED Talk. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Danielle Kunkel, and I'm going to explain to you my personal philosophy of and the importance of children's literacy. To date, there has been numerous research done on the importance of children's literacy. They say that starting at an early age for developing young readers is essential for their development in their life. To date, there are so many great resources and books out there and available online and at bookstores for reading. I encourage all parents to read with their children every night as it develops many, many different skills. Not only reading, but it has also developed motor skills, memory skills, and it's great for students to just question and learn about the world around them. Reading is a skill that they'll need throughout their whole entire life, and they will need to be successful in all subjects in all areas of life. So, these books are wonderful as they open up a different world for students. And students and young children have so many questions and so inquisitive. So, it's great when you incorporate these books into your classroom. As I was saying, books are so important, and including books such as this book called Why Animals Facts, just for example, are so important for young developing minds. This book actually is amazing because it is based on students' questions. This particularly, students ask questions about different animals. For example, if you look, what is the largest animal on Earth? What is the fastest animal on Earth? And it's using students' inquiry process. So one important fact that you should consider when choosing a storybook is that it's going to engage your reader. So if they like cars, trucks, anything to get them really, really engaged. Another thing is pictures. Pictures in children's books are so important. That's why I have my friend the giraffe here. You want to gauge the reader's attention and to really get them engaged within the whole reading process as a whole. Also, when young readers especially, it's fun to have little tabs that they can lift up and find the answers. So it's a really neat resource and a great learning model, and I really, really would highly recommend that you read to your student or a young child every night. As I have mentioned, reading is so essential in your student's or child's everyday life. There are multiple different ways to incorporate reading for your student or young child. You can have them reading individually. So a lot of schools will do this and children home with reading logs. So individual reading is super essential. There's also paired reading, so maybe if they have a sibling that they can read with or a friend that they could read with. There's guided reading, so you sit down and you read one-on-one with them. And then there's also where you just read a story out loud to them. All of them are super beneficial, and each of them are very, very helpful. So if you are going to do a guided reading or read out loud with your student or child, one thing that you want to know is when you look at a page, you want them first of all to be looking at the letters and sounding out the letters with you. Another tip was you may want students to look or children to look at picture cues. So in this picture, they're floating. So if they're floating, maybe they're in space, which is a clue. And you see here that they're on the moon, so maybe you would know that the picture and the title connect. So you see that they're on the moon, and the title is The Berenstein's on the Moon. So there's so many great connections and life lessons and skills that you can teach through reading, and it is essential for you to begin with young readers. Thank you very much for joining me today and listening to my speech on the importance of reading and the development of children's literacy. If I can again state one important thing, and that I ask all educators and parents that are watching this today, is that reading is important. There's no such thing as starting too early for reading, and that every child deserves the opportunity to pick up a book or to be read to. It is so healthy for their development, and it will be so helpful for their educational success in their future and just to develop a well-rounded child exploring the stories from around the world. Thank you.